It's a great day to be out there on the water, great day to be fishing, great day to go get a boat, maybe from the Freedom Boat Club as well. Lisa, the Boatanista, has joined us here on the Brent and Austin Show on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. We will not make you play the Segway game that we just played.
That was...
it's pretty intense.
Yeah, that was intense.
It's we don't know what's coming, and we have no idea where Hamby's taking it, and... he put us in a puzzle.
And I might not know any of those answers.
Don't worry, we don't either.
I don't think we did either.
We just make stuff up. But glad to have you in here.
Thank you so
I got to tell you my Freedom Boat Club story. I said, I'll tell you when we get on air.
Yeah.
So we moved here in 2008. And so we're looking for a house. It took forever to figure out where to live. For some reason, we just couldn't find exactly what we wanted. But at one time, we were like, hey, we have no idea how long we're going to live in Florida. In this business, you move around a lot and everything else. So I couldn't say 17 years later I'd be here. I was like, hey, let's just go get something that we can really afford house-wise, and then let's go join a golf course and the Freedom Boat Club, and we're going to have some fun down in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way, like, my parents or whatever taught me how to, like, go make investments.
No.
But I was, like, seriously considering, like, okay, if we save on the house, we can go boating every weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, but let me tell you something. My financial planner actually coaches people to join the club instead of buying a boat because it's so much better for them financially.
I gotta believe
seriously,
that.
He's like, oh, this is great. This is so much better for them.
Well, I mean, the best thing about boating is having a friend that owns a boat,
of
right?
course,
or the Freedom Boat Club.
Yeah.
That certainly fits.
Yes. Have you ever heard the saying that they say the best day of a boater's life is the day they buy it, the day they sell it? No, we changed that.
You did.
The day they buy it, the day they sell it, the day they join Freedom Boat Club.
Yeah,
there
very
you go.
good. This is really, I mean, you started in 2009, co-owner.
So I started in 2009 as the general manager.
Okay.
It was a corporate location. And I did such a good job that they kept hammering me literally to buy it. And so my business partner and I bought it in 2011.
Okay.
So I managed it from 2009 to 11. In September the 30th, 2011, we bought it and have owned it ever since then.
Lisa, obviously, I know what the Freedom Boat Club is all about. One of my friends is actually a member of it, and
awesome.
I take full advantage. But for sure. But like for those of that maybe aren't familiar with it, haven't heard you on the radio and everything, what is the Freedom Boat Club all about? What can you do?
So it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, we say, and it's where you join as a member, and if you're a member of our club, you get unlimited, and let me say that again because it's really important, unlimited use of all of the boats that we clean, we maintain, and we take care of. So you make your reservation online or on your phone. You show up at the dock. Your boat's gassed up and ready to go. My dock staff knows your kids' names, knows your name.
Yeah.
You tell them where you're going. You do your checkout. You get out on the water. You come back. And you leave the boat and drop the keys, and that's it. And we do all the rest.
I mean, it's genius, right? Because you think about, okay, you buy a boat, then you got to buy the trailer, then you have to buy storage for it. There's so much more that just goes into than just buying a boat.
Right.
And you guys take care of all that.
Yeah. So
cool.
you don't have to go to the ramp. You don't have to trailer it. You don't have to do all that.
Yeah.
And even if you keep your boat in a marina, you still have to clean it, maintain it, take care of it, take the cover off. And literally, you can have... So I have parents that have kids that are in soccer and ballet and whatever. So they'll show up in the morning and go for 2 hours, drop off the boat with us, and then go do all the rest of the stuff. Or they'll go do the stuff in the morning, come to us in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I actually have a parent where they split. The wife comes in the morning, the husband comes in the afternoon. They've got 5 kids and they change it up.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
And so it makes it so that you can weave boating into your busy day.
Yeah. And which is awesome. By the way, this time of year is terrific.
Yes, this is it. Like the weather is just so nice, and you don't have to worry about the afternoon thunderstorms, and it's cool out. The only thing I would change is I would like this cool air with the warm water.
You're not lying there.
The water's not there yet.
My son would agree with you there.
Yes,
My son loves the ocean. And we kind of had a rough day trying to do some, paddle boarding and bodyboarding.
It's still a little chilly. I think they said at Fort George it was like 71 degrees.
Okay.
That's not even spring cold.
Which sounds warm. Like 71, you'll take 71 degrees until you're in the water with it.
That's right. Try
then you have
getting
to
in.
get out in the air.
Yeah.
We have our Let's Go Fishing segment coming up at the bottom of the hour, and I always say this, like, I love fishing, but I got to go with somebody, right? Because I don't really know a lot about it or how to do it. I don't feel comfortable doing it. I think boating's kind of in a similar way for me. Like, it's like, hey, this sounds great, but I don't really drive a boat.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have a boat. I don't drive a boat. So I bet that's a little bit of a barrier, right, for people to get by, but also you guys coach that up and teach that up, right?
Here's the beautiful thing. My members, actually, a lot of my members know more than a lot of boaters on the water because we teach them everything. So they take the boating course online, which they're required to do by us, not by law. And then they do at the table, learning all the rules of the road and all that and everything. We do it online. Then they get on the boat with a licensed Coast Guard captain, one-on-one training, where the captain teaches them everything they need to know and then certifies them. That's for their inshore. Then after they go out 5 times, they learn offshore. So they learn man overboard drill, what to do with the EPIRB, and all of that stuff. So they are really a lot more safety trained than a lot of people that are on the water. And here's the cool thing about it. They get unlimited access of our captains for extra training. All they do is pay for fuel. So let's just say they're out there and they're like, they want to learn how to dock like a boss, pull up in or anchor like, nobody's business. All they have to do is schedule with one of our captains, pay for fuel, and they get free training.
Brent, get out of the studio, man. Let's get on a boat and do the show.
Listen,
bro.
I've told you I want to do a show from a boat.
What are we
so maybe
talking about?
Freedom
No,
Boat
let's
Club
do
is the
it.
place.
Come on,
A full season.
We can do a show from
Hey,
it.
not a show. I'm saying a full season of shows.
Every Friday.
Hamby, sorry, you got to push the buttons in here. My bad.
Every Friday on the boat.
Appreciate it,
There we go.
guys.
Right?
There you
We
go.
got a new segment, but I genuinely am going to do a show from a boat somewhere sometime.
Well, I got you. We can do it.
We can do it.
We'll talk about some ideas.
You guys have a ton of locations too. It's not just here. I mean, because I'm from Rhode Island, so I know you have one in Newport, Rhode Island. We've seen it before in beautiful Newport, but you're international now too.
Yeah, so this is also a really cool thing. So when I started in 2009, we had one location, 4 boats, right?
Wow.
Every 10 members that join, we buy another boat, and we flip our fleet every 3 years. So the members are always getting new boats.
Interesting.
5 locations right now, 120 boats.
Wow.
And we just put 6 new Barletta pontoons at our Julington location.
Okay.
Various
So-
boats, by the way.
Yeah,
So
various.
from pontoon to
So that's here. Across the United States and the world, we have like 420 locations, including France, Italy, Canada, Australia.
Wow.
I mean, I've had members who have gone to Australia and they send pictures of them in front of the Opera House on a boat.
Wow. That's cool.
Hilton
That's
Head,
cool.
all up and down Florida. And so you get all that reciprocal use of those locations, which is, just amazing.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm a golfer. Think of being able to just go 400 different golf courses if you joined Southampton.
And Lisa, this is the question I have for you. So, like, say you join the Freedom Boat Club in Jacksonville. Are you just tied to that one in Jacksonville, or can you go to different?
No.
You can go all around, like you're saying.
So you get at your home port.
Yeah.
The home port would be any locations we open.
Gotcha.
So when we started with 1, now they have 5.
Yeah.
That's their home port.
Where are the 5?
So we have 1 in Jacksonville Beach, 2 in St. Augustine, 2 at Julington Creek, and then also, what am I missing?
No, you got it.
Oh yeah,
That was
I
fine.
got it all. And they get unlimited use there. They get to go 4 times a year at each and every other location. So I want to say that again because sometimes people get misconstrued. They go 4 times at all of them. No, 4 times at each location.
Yeah.
So if there's 410 locations times 4, that's
You'd be a full-time boater.
Yeah. And then some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
some.
So you can go to you get reciprocal use at all of those locations.
Cool.
And, we love it, like when the reciprocals come to our location. First of all, we love to show off.
Yeah.
Second of all, we know the person's doing a reciprocal here has family here or friends here or some reason to come here. So, they're going to, share that with everybody. And so it's just an amazing way for people to get to experience that boating lifestyle. It's really good. What I see a lot is couples, right? One person really wants to boat and the other's like, oh, heck no.
Yeah.
But now this is the solution for both of them because it's that win-win without all of the other responsibilities and
investment,
trailering
responsibility,
and all of that.
hurricane season.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh yeah. We love posting when we're taking all the boats out for hurricane. Like, hey, you guys don't have to do this. We're doing.
That's true. FreedomBoatClub.com. By the way, two more quick things.
Yes.
Lisa the Boatanista. Where did that? Whose idea was that? Where did that come from?
So can I do my rap?
Sure.
Almeida is my name, and boating is my game, but you can call me Lisa the Boatanista. Are you ready for some fun in the sun? Looking for boating that's hassle-free? Well, you can take it from me. At Freedom Boat Club, we insure and maintain as well as train, and we keep the boats clean, if you know what I mean. If you like to fish, we'll answer your wish. Just bring your bait. You'll never have to wait. Or if you're like me, you can always ski. So let's all sing. Let Freedom Boat Club ring. Rub-a-dub-dub. You need to check out Freedom Boat Club.
There you go.
Lisa, can you talk sports? Can we get around the show?
By the way,
can we get her a segment?
That's a new jingle game. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
We got to come up with our own jingle now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
I know touchdown, and I want the Jags to win, but as far as sports goes, it's not my.
But whose idea was that? Your idea?
No, I'll tell you what happened. So I love boating events and putting boating events together. We've done trips to the Jags games together, to the Suns games, all this stuff. So one day I'm talking to my ad agency, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you've got all these activities. You're like the Boatanista." Like, remember the fashionista from
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. So a couple of days later, I went like, I am the Boatanista. So I called her back, and I'm like, Holly, I think this is like a thing. Like, can we do a logo and like a definition? And she's like, yeah, let us work on it. So they did a logo and they did a definition. So I advertised on 1010 XL.
Yeah.
They've been really good to us. And so Jeff Prosser said, you need to start saying everything. This is Lisa the Boatanista. So I'm like, okay. So I start doing it. So I'm at a chamber event one day, and I've got my Freedom Boat Club shirt on. And I love to make really fun commercials. I
know your work quite well.
I've got
Lisa.
good creative writers.
I know your work.
So I'm at this event, and the guy goes, oh, Freedom Boat Club. He's like, yeah, I love listening to the Boatanista on 1010. I went, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, the Boatanista. I go, I'm the Boatanista. He goes, you're the Boatanista. Let me get a picture. And all this. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a thing. So then I got it trademarked.
So you did trademark it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And then I knew one other time like this is a thing. One of our captains, Jeff Streif, he's a great musician. If you ever get the chance to hear him, he plays around town. And he sings and plays a guitar. And so we were at Hooters. And whenever I come in, he knows me. And he goes, hey, Boatanista's in the house. And these guys were sitting there drinking. They go, hey, rub-a-dub-dub, you need to check out Freedom Boat Club. I went, buy them around right now. And I was like, this is... And so it's really cool because men connect with it, but women connect with it also.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it's catchy.
just like all things boating. I'm all things boating.
It's catchy.
And it's crazy how it's just spontaneous. Some of the best things are just spontaneous in life.
Yes.
I love it.
You just tell next time you're on with our friends over at 1010, now you got to mention Brent and Austin twice. We allow you to mention them here on us. But now you just throw that logo up. See how those logo works? It's a visual instead of just the audio. It works a lot better
we all
here.
Work together.
We don't worry. We like to bust chops across the platform. Last one.
Plus, they have tons of commercials over there. So
if you want to just listen to commercials, it'll work well over there. I
wasn't saying they were better. I was just saying I was there.
We're just messing around. The pandemic.
That's the fun. Yeah.
How much did it help this industry in general? Right.
Crazy what it did.
Yeah, because like golf and your industry, it really took off.
Here's what I love about it. It put boating back on the map.
Yeah.
It got people excited about boating, not just boat clubs, but renting a boat, buying a boat. Boating came back to life, like just awesome. It was awesome for the boating industry.
Yeah, which is kind of weird to say, right? It's kind of like that pandemic time was, and you didn't know where it was going to go. Yeah. But we've seen some things really.
Oh yeah, it was fearful in the beginning, but then everybody wanted to get outside, and Well, we should all be doing that anyway.
Yeah. And marry that, by the way, with the growth in Jacksonville.
Yes.
Too. Yeah. I mean, which is just enormous.
It's been enormous.
In the last 10
It turned out
years.
to be an incredible blessing for the boating industry.
Yeah. That was fun. Awesome background. Good stuff. FreedomBoatClub.com. Lisa the Boatanista. Glad to have you on. Stop on by again. Maybe we've just introduced a new jingle game. We're all getting it. If it worked well for you, maybe it will work well for us.
I like it, Brent. I like it, man.
I'll tell you this. when I go to networking events, people don't like going after me.
Well, Paul Dozier's coming after you next. We're going to Let's Go Fishing.
Best of luck to him.
That's coming up next. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you so
Good luck. Great
much.
to talk to you.
Pleasure to meet you.
FreedomBoatClub.com, by the way, the place to see more about Lisa the Boatanista and how you can get on the water. Great time of year to be able to do it.